about my baby and his grandchild also, he's been deprived of so many childhood memories, but there's nothing for me to do than just to see.
Sorry, I need to take that back.
That the loss of your husband has been the biggest of all of this.
Yeah. Sorry, please take a notice of what was said when she was describing the person that should have been my child protector and myself is the chief persecutor. Chief persecutor. Now, the what they call it, Trude was able to pick that is the grandfather. The grandfather is the persecutor. Okay.
What is the saddest thing for you in all the things that have happened after? For a grieving widow who has less than
5-month-old baby.
Yes, at the time of the passing.
Yeah.
What has been the saddest thing that has happened since this?
I feel like the saddest thing I've experienced so far is the fact that the person that's supposed to be in gap for my late husband, this person that's supposed to be my son and his protector, is our chief prosecutor.
Yes.
And he's been everywhere trying to, recruit people to turn against my son and I, both online and offline. Like he's been from one threat to another.
This is Mohbad's father.
Yeah.
So you see, it's a giveaway. You see these people. No, see these people are the most stupidest set of people. Now, she gave a description of some persons, recruited people online to bash my son and I. So many people are talking. A prosecutor, the next minute, you, the interviewer, how were you able to pick out of all the people who are bashing? Everyone who are bashing. She has labeled different people. Now, allegedly, never married, blah, blah, this, that, that. Let's even leave that. There's likes of other hosts that dragged her. When she was saying the persecutor, I was thinking maybe there was a legal person she spoke to. Yeah. He should have asked her, who are you talking about? But he was so quick to give the answer out of everybody. Because when she was talking, in my head, I'm like, who is persecuting her? Who is the legal person persecuting? When he now answered, that's why he said, no, let me take it back. How did you know it was Baba Mohbad? A staged interview. What a shame. And that's why you're not even in your emotions. He wasn't really in his emotions. Let me show you people from the beginning. So you see the act one
so it's been from one church to another.
Because you guys were not
no longer
let me take it back. There was a part you see when she informed after she's crying. When he said it's emotional thing. Watch. Just watch. Let's start from the beginning. A scripted one.
Much for joining me.
You're welcome, sir.
Have you been on TV before to talk?
No, this is my first time.
This is your first interview?
Yes, sir.
This has been a very tough 2 years.
It's not 2 years. It's like 17 months now.
It feels like a lot.
It feels like a long time.
Yes, it feels like a long time.
Yeah.
It both feels like a long time, and it feels fresh.
Right.
Without going into all of the things that happened.
Yeah.
How are you?
You just asked a very huge question.
Yeah.
I would say I'm fine because, my sadness is not going to change anything. So, regardless of whatever I feel, at least I'm still here, I'm still alive. Yeah, so I would say I'm fine.
So in this answer, I talked about sadness.
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot that happened.
Yeah, a lot.
First, obviously, I know that the loss of your husband has been the biggest of all of this.
Yeah.
What is the saddest thing for you in all the things that have happened?
Oh, I didn't go to that. Anyway, let's continue for now.
Widow who has less than
5-month-old baby.
Yes, at the time of the passing.
Yeah.
What has been the saddest thing that has happened since?
Wait, less than 5 months old baby. What did she say? Did she say less than 5 months old? Please, let me check my phone. I want to check something. This did a birthday. Kila Polukoe. Somebody help me check. Naira Marley's child. Naira Marley's child's birthday. When that child clocked 1 year, what date was it? Yeah, Bella. I said Naira Marley. Hey God, I won't type Naira Marley. Bella. Like what 1 month did that child have a birthday? Bella. Yeah, Bella's child, 1 month. Well, let me play on.
Just obviously, I know that the loss of your husband has been the biggest of all of this.
Yeah.
What is the saddest thing for you in all the things that have happened after? For a grieving widow who has less than
5-month-old baby.
years at the time of the passing.
Yeah.
What has been the saddest thing that has happened?
Okay, she was just
I feel like the saddest thing I've experienced so far is the fact that the person that
Saddest thing.
Okay, so I think she was replying this guy the exact month. Light of God, you said November or September. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, let me continue playing.
What has happened since this?
I feel like the saddest thing I've experienced so far is the fact that the person that's supposed to be in Ghana for my late husband, this person that's supposed to be my son and highest protector, is our chief prosecutor, and he's been everywhere trying to, recruit people to turn the case.
Okay, let me continue. Sorry, please.
And offline, like he's been from one thread to another.
This is Mohbad's father.
Yeah, my father-in-law, yeah. So he's been from one thread to another. We no longer feel safe. Like, I usually get death threats almost every day in my DMs. I barely go out. My baby, his grandchild also, he's been deprived of so many childhood memories, but there's nothing for me to do than just to see how things goes.
What's the problem with your father-in-law exactly?
Yeah, so I feel like
Idiot, you did not ask what
the problem is just about family disputes.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem is more like a competition
What is
between him and Ian.
Between your father-in-law and your son.
Yes,
A competition.
it sounds funny, but that's the actual truth. Yeah, because after the death of my husband, a lot happened, and my father-in-law wanted to be in control of my husband's properties. The fact that he was leaving me the picture, because there was one time I actually called him to ask him, like, what happened? What do we do to deserve all of this? Like, why have you been out there defaming your grandchild and me? And he was like, why do I have to take Liam away from him? Why do I have to take Liam to my mother-in-law's place on the island? That means that is my husband rented apartment. That was not supposed to bring him over to meet him in a Kurudu, because himself and my mother-in-law are not in good terms. He was just trying to manipulate me. So,
So your father-in-law and your mother-in-law are not on good terms.
yeah,
Right, so he was not asking, why did you take the
after my husband's demise. So I explained to him, I made him understand that my mother-in-law has been the only one absent of Liam. He never did. Instead, he was always online, defaming us, and then I apologized to him. Yeah, I apologized to him also that I would bring him over to him.
When was that?
That was I think 3 weeks after my husband's demise. Then it was like I started going online talking about the DNA and
So he had already started talking about the DNA.
DNA. Yes, that was when I called him.
Right, that's what you now call.
Yes. So he made me understand that why do I have to take Liam to my mother-in-law's place? Like, is it not the owner of his grandchild? Like, trying to make me feel like a bad person. But I understand where he was heading to. So I just had to apologize to him to make things, to make things calm. And I asked him again, like, what happened? Why are you doing this to me? Then he responded by saying, he's sure that a lot of people would have called me to tell me what he wants. And truly, a lot of people called me, my dad, my mother-in-law, my husband's friend, and few people we have literally called me to tell me what he wants. And you know, he
So you get Papa.
told my father
Hello, my Papa. Bye.
whatever that belongs to my husband, I know that I have access to. I should make sure that I hand over everything to him, including the landed property government. So I told him the same thing that he has been telling people, like this is what these people are telling me. And I made him understand that day, you have, like, my husband got through 2 lands before he came. Like one in Ekiti and one in Ikorodu. Like, why do you want to take the one that belongs to him? Right. Then he was like, I shouldn't question him, that is what he wants. And I said, okay. Then he was like, what effort? He said it in Yoruba. I don't know if you understand Yoruba. Okay, so he said, lawyer promise tí mo pè pé kó gbé kan kó fún mi ní nǹkan ọmọ mi tó bá mi sọ wípé ó bí wọn ṣé ọmọ mi náà fẹ́ máa lẹ̀ fún mi ni. Like, I don't know if I can translate it in English. So he actually said, like, what effort does my lawyer, my husband's lawyer has. And he requested for his son's properties, and he was telling him that he has a son. So, like, who is his grandchild to start asking him, to start dictating what he wants?
That's why you talk about competition.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he said to his son's lawyer, who is the grandchild?
Yeah. So exactly.
On Mohbad's
my husband's property. Yeah. But like, this is one thing that most people do not know, and you know, I was not even given the chance to talk. So I was not given the chance to say my own side of the story. So you know, as much as I feel like some things need to be addressed, I still had the mindset that I don't know how people will react if I should talk, because without hearing anything from me, they've crucified me, they've said a lot of things about me. So you know, that alone has, you know, made me, like, my low self-esteem to be very, very low, because you know, I no longer have the audacity to at least speak on things that really matters. Yeah, so I think that is what it has been causing the whole issue. The fact that Sam is in the picture. Yeah,
this is his grandchild.
It sounds strange to me also. You know, it doesn't sound weird to say it, but you know, I'm left with no choice. I just had to say this because it has really gotten to a point that I speak up, I enter in silence. Yeah, so I feel like me speaking up really the right thing for me at this point.
Yeah. Your mother-in-law, what does she think about all of that?
My mother-in-law she's a good mother. She has tried. I'm not gonna lie, she has really tried her best, and I feel like she cannot do more than what she has done. You know, she's been there for my baby. Like, she loved Liam so much. Okay, not for you. And she has been trying to, you know, bring the two parties together, but it's not working. It's not listening. Yeah, it's not. My father-in-law is not even listening.
So the is making my head want to explode.
It sounds weird.
It sounds so weird. Yeah. You see, people have been attacking you on social media. And you say it's affecting your esteem.
Yeah.
Things that people have been saying to you.
After the death of my husband, my father-in-law, that he was even the death of my aunt. That's called. He has, like, one way or the other linked the pattern, saying different things. Like, he has even in one way or the other linked the pattern after the death of my husband. It sounds weird.
It sounds so weird.
Yeah.
And you said people have been attacking you on social media. And you say it's affecting your esteem.
Yeah.
Things that people have been saying to you.
After the death of my husband, my father-in-law has been out there defaming me, saying different things. Like, he has even, in one way or the other, linked the paternity of Liam to the death of my husband. You know, what that's called. He has, like, one way or the other, linked the paternity of Liam to the death of my husband.
How so?
Yeah, so he has, you know, I've been called different names, different defamatory names. He has called me a promiscuous woman. He has called me, like, different names. And you know, Nigerians,
Do you really speak
people
English?
tend to have
Based
on their emotions. So many people tend to believe everything that he has been saying.
Please
And
stop.
I was not even given the chance to say my own side of the story. You know.
Please help me tap your screen. I beg you, please. Thank you.
The bloggers have done worse than good. Tell anything that would bring death to my name is what to put the post. You understand? I never knew social media could be as toxic as that. I never knew people could judge you even without listening to you. Do you to have a lot to say. Do you understand? Like, from the second day I lost my husband up to this moment, I've been getting bullied online non-stop. I'm so thankful to the few people that put their mind into work to get to understand what these people are trying to do to me and my son. I'm so thankful to them, and I said I won't blame the people that choose to act the other way around, because my father-in-law has said a lot of things to convince him. Although there was no evidence for all of his accusations, but he was so constant in defaming me. Like, he has granted over 50 interviews, and I'm not mistaken.
And you've granted now
so many interviews just to put people's mind into what you want to achieve. Do you understand? And he has, let me just say, he has succeeded so far, because at least, let me say, like 80% of people now bullies me online, not even getting to hear from me. And that innocent baby too. The fact that people could believe the false narrative that was said about him, and the fact that the person that's supposed to be his protector is now the one orchestrating this whole thing. Like, he has been building armies to attack us, you understand? And it's so painful, but there's nothing I can do to it. Like, nothing absolutely. I'm helpless at this point, because I'm literally fighting for my life and the life of my child. So I feel like that is one thing, that is my focus. Just to make sure that myself and my child, we are okay. I feel like that is the main reason why I'm here. Like, I just need to speak up. Yeah. So that, because I don't want to die. Because, this same thing happened to my husband. He was constantly bullied, like he was being lied on. They almost cancelled him just because of different narrative, and he was unable to speak up too. Yeah. And he actually speak up, but most people do not believe him. And now he's dead. So I just feel like that if my silence is not doing me any good, because of that little boy, he will grow up to say all this online, and he would ask me questions like, "Mommy, what did you do?" So I want him to grow up to see me doing this for him. Yeah.
The biggest thing that I think is on that area, your father-in-law has, I think there are two things that I heard that only there from him. One is that she has questioned whether yourself and your husband were married. Yeah. And two, he has questioned whether your husband is a father
Of my child.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the first one, I know that as far back as 2003, if I remember correctly, a popular actress had gone online and confirmed that you guys were married.
Yeah.
What's the exact status of that marriage thing? Because I think that's the first thing your mother-in-law
spoke about. Yeah, it was a traditional marriage, like, yeah.
Which is recognized on that law.
Because it is.
Right, so it wasn't an introduction.
No, it wasn't. The funniest thing is that he was even the one that made that possible. I know my father-in-law.
How so?
That is the funniest thing, because left to me and my husband, we just wanted to live our life. Because we were young couples. Like, I was 23 when I got pregnant. And so he was the one coming to us, because that man is actually my friend. Like, we were literally close.
I've sent some text messages.
We were very close. Like, he is like a father to me. That is one thing that the media did not get to know. It's like he was my friend in that marriage. So it was even the one that came to me to tell me that, like, now that I'm pregnant, that we need to get things done. That if I was to be his daughter, he would never allow me to train my child in my husband's house, because he was not married, because he's not married to me. I should go to my parents' house. I should get a list and send it to him.
So your father-in-law is the one that even encouraged you guys.
That is the funniest thing. Left to me, I won't get married, because I knew my husband loved me, and he knows I love him too. So we just want to live our life. So it was even the one that initiated that marriage.
Right. And he was present, of course.
He was the happiest. He called me early morning on my introduction, on my marriage, on my engagement day. I think around 6 a.m. He called me to pray for me. Like, he was the happiest that day. He was the happiest.
And now he said that marriage did not happen.
Yeah, because my husband is not here to defend me. It's so sad. Actually, it's really sad. But that's the core reality I now have to face. It's really sad, honestly.
Then the one that sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying now. Thank you. about me. I never called any of the family members to ask for the DNA of Liam.
She just came online and said, nobody's not the father of the child.
I swear to God.
Did you call him after that?
Of course I did.
And then what did he say?
He didn't say anything. He was just saying, why do you have to take Liam away from him? Like, you know, like I was expecting him to talk about the pattern, like ask me for the DNA, I'm your daughter-in-law. He never did. Even when I called him, the one he was telling me was, why do you have to take Liam away from me?
So it's like he's punishing you for...
Yeah.
Is there nobody in the family that can call him
to order?
Yes.
I don't, he's the head of the family. I think he should be in his late 50s. So he's the head. So I don't think there should be anybody somewhere that would, because he knows what to do, he knows the right thing. No, you know, he's just using the DNA as a tool to punish me. To punish myself, not I. Yeah.
When's the first time he asked for a DNA test?
So when the DNA negative came out, at first I didn't take it serious because I was like, who is this guy asking for the DNA of my child? Like, who is in the grand scheme of things? Like, this guy is nobody to us, so why is he asking for the family? I don't want to mention his name.
Right. Was it a blogger?
Like social media.
Social media content creators.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Then, you know, I was like, why is he asking for the DNA of my child?
Yeah.
So I didn't take him serious. Not until my father-in-law started talking about it. And I had to put a call through to him. You know, I called him, I asked him, like, Daddy, what really happened? Like, why are you doing this to Liam? And he kept on saying, why do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's place? Does it bear my mother-in-law's surname? Like, what effort do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's place and not his own house in Ikorodu? He's not the owner of his grandchild, you know? I still try to tell me, Daddy, I'm scared because you've been going out there to say different things about me. Well, I'm scared. Like, you know, you cannot keep doing this and expect me to bring Liam to you. Then he was like, okay, it's a problem, and you know, young up. So I was expecting him to talk about the DNA, but he never did. So I think, no, the next day he went on live on TikTok, on Instagram, like to talk about the DNA again. Like he was trying to talk about it like almost every day. So I think 3 days after I called him again. Like I wanted to ask him, like, what does he really want? Like I really wanted to stop going out there to defame my baby, but he didn't pick up my calls. I called him repeatedly for like a week, but he did not pick up. So I stopped calling. So I think around November, he sent a message to my lawyer. Okay. Yeah, he sent a message to my lawyer that I should bring Liam to him if I want to perform a DNA test on him. So my lawyer sent it to me, and I told my lawyer that I am scared. Like, I'm scared to take my baby to him because he has gone out there to say so many defamatory things about me. He has said it publicly that he hates me so much. Like he even went as far as trying to cajole my brother-in-law to lie, like to implicate me one way or the other. Because you said it online. I used to put substance in my husband's food.
Who said it?
My father-in-law. Then I would go and F around after. Because he never knew it was my brother-in-law that prepared my husband's last meal. So when he got to realize that it was my brother-in-law, he put a call through to my mother-in-law, and unfortunately I was with her that day. So he just called to tell her that, he just got to know that it was Adua that prepared my husband's last meal. That Adua and Mama should come over to his house in Ikorodu so they will know how to package the whole thing and put it on my head. I was so fortunate to be Mama that day because I had to put it on record. And,
so you have a recording of this?
That they should, so that they will know how to put the other on my head. What if it was poison that killed my husband? That Adua should come to him because he does not want to lose another child. Because now he didn't know that it was my brother that prepared his last meal, and he has gone out there to talk about me putting something in his food. Because now we do not know the result, what the autopsy will bring. Like what if the autopsy said he died of poison? I'm so grateful that I was with my mother day because it's not still I had the intention of recording it, but I just had to do the recording because his intention was really bad. And for him to have thought of something like that, I feel like this man does not have my best interest at heart. I was so fortunate
was the lawyer? The one that
yes. So I tried to explain to my lawyer that these are the things that this man has been trying to do. it makes me sad, that I wouldn't even mind if it's coming from outside that, because I feel like they don't really matter in Liam's life. But the fact that it's just coming from his grandfather, it breaks me. And I can, it's not something I can just, I really need him to stop it. Once I stop, I don't have any business, I don't have any problem with it. I will definitely get the DNA done. And he said it to my face, he said it himself, that he was going to stop. We had a conversation. He said it face to face. Yes. He was stop. Yes. I even tried to tell him about the people supporting that has been bullying me and my child, and he told me on that seat that he does not know them. That in fact, his lawyer wants to write some of them to stop working for him, because most of the things they do, he's not the one asking them to do it. He said it to my face. And I said, okay, no problem. The next day, my father-in-law went to Berekete to start the family and making.
Sorry, I'm confused. So you think the court ordered you guys to mediate? After the mediation,
Went to Berekete.
you sit down with him, he tells you face to face.
The way we sat, the way we just sitting here, that was how
He's going to stop.
He promised me he was going to stop.
And the next day he was on Berkete Radio.
He went to Berekete Richa to start the family and making. Calling Liam, said Liam is a Muslim name. Liam's placenta was given to the alleged father, to the alleged father, so many things again. When he knew so well, it was my husband that buried that placenta, because I could remember vividly. We were in the same room together, and he had actually asked for the placenta, and my husband responded to him, saying his mother is not the one in that house, and he cannot trust him with his son's placenta, and he never argued with him. Because my husband is not allowed to defend his son.
Yeah.
He went on to say so many things I'm still waiting for the DNA. Even after we already had a discussion the day before, that giving the impression I'm still running, I don't want to do the DNA, just for people to keep bashing me, you just want that social media attention on me. Yeah. And trust people. Most people act based on their emotions, and trust people to always come true for you. People kept on coming for me, bashing me, calling my baby different names, and I went back to court. I told the judge that to please help me to make my father that there is one issue I have with him, and the issue is the fact that he's always going out there to defend me. Okay, for the matter is I don't know him. But the fact that it is coming from that man, it is eating, it is breaking me. You don't understand? This man's supposed to be the one protecting him. This thing is strange. I've never heard of something like this before. A grandfather being mean to his grandchild that way. And the judge tried to speak to him to please stop. I'm not asking for too much. He has tried to take my right away from me. This is the least he could do. They should just please stop talking death on Liam's name. He promised me God I was going to stop too. The next day he was on TikTok live, granting interview, calling Liam, saying Liam has bow leg. They don't have such a child in their family. Liam's face looks older than his face. Him that is almost 60, looks younger than Liam. There's nothing he did not say. He said so many
on TikTok live.
Mr. Truth, it sounds funny, but I'm being sincere with you. All of these things, they are videos. I've been trying to delete those things out of my movies because the mic kept saying it, the more it's content. Yeah, it's
a tough question.
Okay.
That's a tough question. Somebody's going to be watching this and I'll say, so why don't you just do the DNA test?
So my lawyer wrote me later that his client is ready for the DNA. That is the beginning of the problem.
Okay.
My father-in-law granted 15 interviews in a month.
So because he knows that you're not ready for the DNA.
Oh my God. The backlash was, oh my God. He went almost everywhere. Almost every TV station to talk about this DNA, to defame Liam, to say so many things that will convince people that, truly this boy is a bastard. He said a lot.
Okay.
He even went as far as saying my husband wanted to throw my baby on Milan Bridge. There is nothing he has not said. I thank God for the spirit of his silence that he gave me. It was not easy for me. Because I'm a mother, this is my child. After they received that letter. So his lawyer also sent a message message to my lawyer, and they listed their conditions.
Conditions for what?
For the DNA.
I don't understand. Okay, what are the conditions?
Yeah, so they listed so many things. One of the conditions, they listed 3 things that I told my lawyer to take out of it, to take, like, to remove, to decline. They said once the DNA is done, I shouldn't tell the public the result of the DNA. All of these things are written. They are written documents. He said I should not tell the public the result of the DNA. That I should be between the 2 parties.
I don't understand. So you wanted it to go and do a DNA, and then not to tell the public.
No, the thing is, he knows that Liam is controlled.
That doesn't make sense. Because
He knows that once DNA is done,
yes, the whole
the attention will be shifted from him to Liam. Most people, they just want to know, like most of my husband diehard fans just want to know if this child truly belongs to.
So once they know the matter is
He knows that the DNA, that is the tool, that is the only tool he has been using to fight us.
Yeah.
And he knows that once the DNA is done,
Yes.
the attention will be shifted from him to Liam. Because Liam is a baby. He needs all the love and attention from people.
so one of the things you declined was not to talk about
Not to talk about to anybody, not even the press. Secondly, he said I should not sue him once the DNA is done. Because he knows, like he has said so many defamatory words. Thirdly, he said he wants to be in Liam's life as his guardian.
the same Lillian that he had called the pastor and said he wants to play with, that your husband wanted to drink to the brain.
Yeah.
And the same Lillian that you're saying is
All of this things I'm saying is written in case he wants to see it.
Yes.
He said he wants to be in his life as his guardian. I told my lawyer to remove those things. I don't want to see it. Like any of those things, he should remove it. But my lawyer is an elderly person, and he's also from Ekiti. So when one way or the other, they are combined, like they are bind together in one way or the other. So my lawyer said I should just please
accept them.
I don't accept the third one where he said he wants to be in Liam's life because he has a way of manipulating the public. That once the DNA is done, he might just go out there to start saying, "Oh, I don't want him to see his son, only surviving child," and so I should just allow that to pass the third one. And I said, "Okay, but I hope he will not tell me that he had to come over to his house to spend the weekend. That any of their meeting I must be there."
The lawyer said, of course.
Yes. And I said, okay, if that is the case, no problem. After they already reached an agreement, so we went back to court. We had another court sitting. I was not present at the court that day, but my lawyers, his lawyers and himself, they were at the court, and they told the judge that the 2 parties have reached an agreement. And even the judge, because my lawyer said the judge was even happy, so that we can just get things sorted and move on. So the lawyer had to tell my lawyer to call me on a video call so as to confirm if truly I am ready for it. And I spoke to the judge on the phone. And I made her understand that I'm ready for the DNA. The judge made an injunction. The judge is actually a woman. So she appointed one person at the court to monitor the process. The DNA process. And after the whole thing was done, my father-in-law and his lawyer raised their hands up to... I was not there. That was what my lawyer told me. And they raised their hands up to tell the court that they have paid for the DNA since July. That they paid the same pathologist that did my husband's second autopsy. That they paid him since July. And he will be the one to do Liam's DNA, a pathologist. So my lawyer raised an objection. And he told the court that he don't think that would be possible. Like they were not even sure if we're going to get the DNA done. So why would they tell us that they've paid in advance for things that they were not even sure of? And also, if we should accept something like that, like it's more like we are already working to an answer. And the judge also agreed with my lawyer that truly they should just look for a way to ask for a refund and get it done in another hospital, which they all agreed at the court. Okay. When it's now time for us to do the DNA. The same pathologist that they just asked them not to use was who they said. So I don't know. A pathologist who DNA test. Like I'm surprised too.
Okay, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right?
So you were ready, so the pathologist reached out. Okay.
No, not the pathologist, the lawyer.
Your father-in-law's lawyer.
Lawyer, yeah.
Reached out to you.
To my lawyer. That is the same person that they want to use.
And the court has said
no. At UCH hospital, because that was autopsy. So my lawyer tried to, to raise an objection again that the court already had said not to, but they insisted. Okay, then we said it's fine because we have nothing to hide. So my lawyer also said we'll be using a Lagoon hospital.
Okay. So you will use the same pathologist?
No, they will be the one to use the pathologist since that is what they want.
Yes, but Lagoon hospital.
No, like we want to use a different hospital.
Okay, so you want to do two?
Yeah, two DNA tests.
So they are all an independent one.
Yeah, exactly. And they said no, that they do not want it.
But they only want their own person.
Yeah, that they do not want Lagoon hospital. We should choose another hospital. So we chose another hospital. Like I think we chose two other hospitals. They said they do not have money for it. Like their response were very slow. They seemed so uninterested. Do you understand? But me, I wanted to get this thing done. So I was just telling my lawyer to keep on texting them because I want it done. So they said the second time, so they told my lawyer they don't have money for two hospital. My lawyer would then give letter again. That you know what? Don't worry. You can get it done anywhere you want. In fact, since you insisted on using a pathologist, this is fine. But just allow us to do our own personal one. And in fact, we'll be footing the bills ourselves. They did not respond to us. Because, they do not want any result that will counter their own results. They know what they want already. They know the results. They know the result that they want to tender to the court. So they do not want any result that will counter their results. So their response was very slow. Like they were not responding to us. And while all of this is going on, it was still everywhere talking about the DNA, giving the public impression like, oh, nothing is being done behind closed doors. Do you understand? People were constantly bullying me and stuff and Liam. And while all of this was happening, my lawyer just asked me to just calm down. That I would say my story when it is time. That I don't have to act the same way that he acted. And I said, okay, no problem. So the last conversation we had was early December 2024.
So early December, after you had requested that
to do our own personal independent DNA.
They had said no.
So they didn't just reply to us.
They went quiet.
Yes, they went quiet. They didn't respond to us because they know that they do not want any result that will counter their own results because they know what they want to bring. They know what they want to tender to the court. So they stopped replying us. So in early January 2025, I saw an interview. We granted an interview with one guy called Mr. Leo Gaga. I don't know if you've seen the interview. Yeah, so he spoke about Liam's paternity. The guy was even trying to address Liam as his grandchild, but he told him to never call Liam his grandchild. Like he said so many thoughtful things too. And I got really angry that day. I had to call my lawyer. What are we doing? This man has resumed with this manipulative tactics again this year. That we need to put a stop to this. And what can we do? And he said, okay, so my lawyer said I was going to write them a letter and they'll be waiting for their response. So my lawyer sent them a letter to talk about the interview that I did. Like, why is he acting like a victim here? Like now they are the one who delayed us and they are still the one going out there to keep telling lies. Like when with all of this stuff, like they are just acting they do not want peace of mind. Because now when do we get to this stage again? Let's just get this sorted and move to the next thing. So their lawyer responded by saying they stopped working for him. So presently the DNA is on standstill. And a few days ago, I think 4 days ago, his younger brother was on TikTok live because they had a TikTok conversation. Like a lot of people were dragging them because people has contributed a lot of money for them on this cause. People contributed like $26,000 on their
Mohbad's brother.
Yes.
For what? To help him for what?
On justice for Mohbad. They contributed millions of naira in another bank just because of justice for Mohbad.
So as all of this is going on, people have been contributing to him. So
yes.
Emotion.
Yeah, coming in exactly. Yeah, money has been coming.
So whose brother? Your father-in-law's younger brother?
Yeah, it was on TikTok live with him. They were together on TikTok live a few days ago and he spoke about the DNA. And they said, okay, he actually spoke about the DNA. And because people have been asking them, like their supporters have been asking them, like, what is happening? Why is the DNA not done? Mr. Jude, guess what he said? He said, they've got to realize that the and send it out. And once the result is done, then send it back to Nigeria. So that is the new narrative now. They want to submit a fresh application to the courts, and they want to get it done outside the country so that they can get an accurate result. And that is another tactics that they want to use in collecting money from their people. And in all of this, there is an innocent child involved in all of this. Is getting his money triggering. He doesn't care.
What happens to his grandchild?
And this is my child. I cannot keep quiet anymore. They don't want to do this DNA. Because he knows so well that this is his grandchild. And he knows that once the DNA is done, that will be the end of the justice for Mohbad that he was seeking for. Not the one that the public are seeking for. It will be the end of the justice for Mohbad that he wants, that he himself has been seeking for. The DNA is the end of it. And supervision. Let's do supervision. Sorry. Supervision. Probably we don't know. Publish it online for people to see. Yeah, under your supervision. Yeah, and we might online. So under your supervision. Yeah, and we might the court to get DNA done. Nation protecting children.
Don't want to do this.
He doesn't.
So it feels like you have no. So what other choice do you have?
That is why I'm here. Like, I feel like there should be an organization protecting children.
Sorry, let me
in Nigeria.
It feels like
this stuff went
the
forward.
two now misinterpreted.
It's true. And
If according to you, he's trying to frustrate it.
I don't think you like talking. Do you understand? So many things to my questions, and I feel like if I should get the DNA done without his consent, without him being present, that will cause another riot. That will cause another problem, because that is what we actually want me to just do one silly mistake, because he knows that I already caught him. I'm about to stop his means of surviving, and he knows that once. So now he just want to frustrate me to do things out of anger.
Yeah.
So he wants to frustrate me to go ahead and do the DNA. So once it is done, then he will start going out there that the result is fake, and people will believe him because he's been the only one talking. Do you understand?
I get that. But do you think even if it's done in a reputable hospital, people will still believe him? Because if according to you, he's trying to frustrate it.
I don't think you do you go online often enough? I know he's not a celebrity. He's everywhere.
So I don't understand what you're doing.
People he's at least in a week. At least he do grant interview. I think if I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 times in a week. So people tend to listen to whatever he has to say because he has been the only one talking. Like the rest of the family has just been silent, because of the legacy of my husband. There's no way we would talk or say anything that my husband's name will not be attached to it. Right now as I'm here, I'll be addressed as Mohbad's wife, Mohbad's widow. So his name is attached to whatever. So the glory, is being attached. So I don't want the legacy to get weird for me. But I'm very sure that is why the other family member has been quiet.
Yeah.
And
so what are you going to do? Because I understand what you're saying. You're saying that because of the way that he has mobilized publicly, so you're being careful.
Yeah.
But it seems like at least because what you're saying is he doesn't want to do this.
He doesn't.
So it feels like you have no other. So what other choice do you have?
That is why I'm here. I feel like there should be an organization protecting children in Nigeria, because I know that all of this thing happening to him can never happen abroad.
Now that he's gone to TV stations.
Yeah.
He said this. So what happens next?
Okay, so myself and my lawyer will be going to the court to report this whole incident to the court, and to also get the permission from the court to get DNA done under their supervision.
So the court will supervise this.
Yes.
So you parents are going to the court to say, let's do this DNA.
Yeah, under your supervision. Yeah, and we might probably, we don't know, publish it online for people to see.
So you ask the court for permission to publish it.
Yeah, so we can keep them updated on how
this is going.
The whole thing is going on, because I feel like my calmness will just make things worse.
Yeah.
In 5 years, we'll be here to forever.
Yeah.
And no DNA will be done because it seems so uninteresting.
What do you think that your late husband would feel if you were allowed to witness it?
Yeah. These thoughts alone is one thing that keeps me awake every night. You know, if only the dead could see. You know, because the whole family knew how much my husband loved Liam. He had tattooed Liam's name even before seeing him. Like you know, he sees Liam as Liam is literally like his source of happiness. Whoever is happy with Liam is literally happy with the person, no matter how much he hates you. Do you understand? The whole family knows that. So whenever most family wants to see his good side, they will just have to carry Liam. You know, and the fact that all of things is done in his absence is, if only the dead could see, or he would have cried 100 gallons of tears. I'm not going to lie to you, because he would never believe this would be coming from his father. Because his father is one person that he loved so much. He doesn't joke with his father. His father first, before anything. Okay, let me just say, now that he has a child of his own, maybe Liam first, then his father. Like, and everybody knows how much he doesn't joke with his father. And so he would never believe his father would be the one to do this to his child. And you know, few days before his demise, his father was with us, I think on Saturday. He carried his baby and put him on his lap. They took pictures together, like he knew he was going to die. You know, they made different videos, took pictures on Liam's iPad. You know, the pictures are still on his iPad. And my father-in-law, like even when I had my baby, I never had the intention of having a baby. Like, we just want to make money. You understand? My father-in-law would always come to us like, oh, you want us to have a child? Like, he was the one that, you know, wanted this thing. Left me and my husband, we just want to live our life because we're still young. I was 23 and he was 25 then. So he would just come to us like, oh, you want us to have a baby? The Holy Spirit tells him something. And then those words were just in our was saying, but now it has meaning. So then, like, one day he just came to us. I think it was around June last 2 years. I had Liam 2 years ago, sorry, last 3 years, 2022. He came to us. Yeah, you know, it was my friend. So he literally comes to the house every time. Like, he would come all the way from Ikowo. He would make food for me. Like, he's my friend. He would come with food stuff, like different things. So he just came that day, and my husband was even sleeping. He woke him up from bed, and he said he had a dream that the Holy Spirit tells him that he would have a child, and the child would be a boy. And the child will be so popular. Like, I know that after I get to see this interview, which reflects to those things I said, that to compare to the And it's been in pieces twice. They literally did two autopsy. The government autopsy and the private autopsy my father did. And I can tell you for a fact that there is no genuine reason why he's still there. My father has no genuine reason. But he's been granting interviews saying, oh, the government do not want him to get justice. The government is that like he's been manipulating the public. Like he has said so many things. Like that, people. I don't feel like there's anything that people would say. People would like this public. The people in public faces would believe again because a lot has been said. He's been granting interviews saying the government are been the one delaying my husband's the inquest. Meanwhile, it was one of his supporters that like the woman is always on TikTok 247. Just all those American women. So the woman was so much interested in the case, and the woman later got to realize that my father was not being truthful to her. So she said that she's interested in the case and she wants to have a personal lawyer to join the inquest. So the lawyer submitted an application to the coroner, to the magistrate courts, that he wants to join the inquest, and he also wants the inquest to start from the beginning again. Like he wants us to start all over again.
But the third process.
So the lawyer and the judge and the court has been, there's been back and forth. That is why the inquest is on hold. But my father has been granting interview, manipulating the government.
So even your father is also part of the process that is delaying the area.
That is the funniest thing.
That the burial of his son is being delayed also because of all this drama the father-in-law is causing.
And he knows what to do to get this done. Like all he has to do is just talk to that woman because they used to be friends before they had issues. So all you have to do is just talk to that woman so that the woman can, probably withdraw or, so they can just make an agreement so that the court can open the coroner inquest. But he has refused to do the needful. Instead, he was always going on interviews, screaming the government's name.
But he's the one doing the process.
Himself, him and his supporter.
Do you accept the result of the coroner inquest?
I mean, that is another question. That is another thoughtful question because I knew that there is a nurse involved in this case. He reacted to rejection. And since my husband, even the night my husband died, my father-in-law got to the house. The nurse even narrated my husband, even the night my husband died, that my father reacted to rejection. And since my husband, even the night my husband died, he reacted to rejection. And since my husband, even the night my husband died, he reacted to rejection. And since my husband, even the night my husband died, he reacted to rejection. And since my husband, even the night my husband died, he reacted to rejection. And since my husband, even the night my husband died, my father-in-law got to the house. Since my husband, even the night my husband died, my father-in-law got to the house. The nurse even narrated everything that happened to him. In fact, my husband's manager wanted to get the nurse arrested that night, but he asked us to let her go. That he does not have any business with her.
The father-in-law asked you then to let the nurse go.
That we should let her go. That he doesn't have any business with her. And even despite the begging that a lot of people begged him not to bury my husband, but he insisted I was going to bury him. In fact, even the day they wanted to bury my husband, they didn't inform me. I got to know online.
You were not informed that you were going to bury your husband.
Mr. Cho, the whole lot has happened. Even the day my husband, even the day of his burial, the lot day my husband died, up to this moment. Up to this moment. And so, the fact that the autopsy results came out inconclusive up to this moment. And so,
the fighting started from the day.
Second day my husband died, up to this moment. Up to this moment. And so, the fact that the autopsy results came out inconclusive is one thing I don't, it's hard to accept. Because I knew someone that my other actually had an injury from the fight he had with his friend.
Which friend?
His name is Pride Boy. And I also knew that he reacted to an injection. Because my husband was fine before he did not escape, although he had an injury. But in fact, the day he died, he had a podcast with what's the girl's name? Susan, fine before he did not escape, although he had an injury. But in fact, the day he died, he had a podcast with what's the girl's name? Susan Pork, did not escape, although he had an injury. But in fact, the day he died, he had a podcast with what's the girl's name? Susan Pork. I think, I don't know. He has a podcast, so for you to know, he was actually, and that was the day our son clocked 5 months. So, that 12 number is a weird number to me. Because, it's the day I'm celebrating my child's birthday, and I'm also mourning my husband. So, I knew he reacted to an injection, and the fact that at the end of the autopsy, it came out inconclusive just because of one mistake that my father-in-law made. The fact that he buried him. If he was not buried, it should have been another thing entirely. But because he was buried, so they said his body has already decomposed. So most of the tissues that they are supposed to remove from his body has rotten. And the fact that it came up inconclusive is one thing I don't even want to accept. Because you have to go up to say all of these things, and he would ask me questions. And the story would not be interesting if at the end of the day there was no justice for his father. The fact that he was bullied, by his oppressors, that alone is another thing that is outside. Up to this moment, nothing was done to it. The fact that
oppressors are talking about the whole normality.
Yes. The fact that the bullying part, the bullying part is part of the reason why the whole world came out for justice. And up to this one, the police actually promised us that they will be brought to book and all of that. But up to this one, nothing was done. Do you understand?
You agree that whole bullying is part of what led to the death?
You don't have to kill somebody with sword before killing them. I'm not gonna lie to you. They cannot deny the fact that they made life so unbearable for my husband.
And I remember screw made life unbearable for your husband.
They cannot deny that fact. That one thing they cannot deny. A lot of people might be everywhere to support them in bashing me, so that I wouldn't talk the bullying aspects. But the few ones that are online cannot be erased. And Liam will go up to say all of those things. And I pray that boy will not go up to be traumatized, because imagine seeing group of people be erased and Liam will go up to say all of those things. And I just pray that boy will not go up to be traumatized, because imagine the few ones that are online cannot be erased and Liam will go up to say all of those things. And I just pray that boy will not go up to be traumatized, because imagine seeing group of people beating his father that way. It is traumatizing, because even me that is his wife, whenever I think about those things, it really breaks me. I'm not gonna lie to people. At this point, I'm fighting for my life and the life of my child. So, and his father is not even his father has been, and has been on the Naramalia side. He has been talking, he has been speaking for them. He has been trying to save them.
Why do you think he's doing that?
So who am I? I don't know. For any reason, best person, I don't know. I really do not know. I really do not know. So
essentially, you're saying that Mohbad
Yeah.
hasn't been gotten.
Up to this moment.
And the justice for Mohbad that your father-in-law is asking for is not the same justice for Mohbad what he's asking.
Which is not.
Yeah. And you're essentially fighting on two fronts.
Yeah.
You're fighting for justice for your husband.
Yeah.
Again, and then you're having the people who are supporting his oppressors, as you call them, attacking you.
Yeah.
And you're also being attacked by your father-in-law
Father-in-law.
at the same time.
Yeah.
And your father-in-law seems to be supporting the people who you say oppressed
Yeah.
your husband.
Yes.
How are you taking care of yourself in all of this? How?
Is it, like you mean financially?
Yes, financially, emotionally. What is your support system? How are you taking care of yourself?
It's just God's grace. And also my families, the family has been my pillar. They've been there for me, my mom, my dad, my auntie, and my elder brother. Like, I'm so grateful for the gift of them, because they've made, like, they've shown me love. Like, they've shown me all the love I deserve. And my husband's friend also, they've been there for us financially. My husband's friend, true friends. Yeah, like friends. I don't know if I should mention that.
You know some of them, yeah.
Yeah, like Bella.
So Bella has been there.
Aya.
Okay.
She vibes. T.I. Wadud and I think yes, those 5 people has really been there for us financially. And also like
Not just in public, in private.
Which is mostly in private. Like, they love Liam so much. Like, financially, like shelter. Like, even without me asking, they would just send money into my account to get Liam stores. Sometimes Bella would ask me to dress him up. Bella and his wife, they will ask me to dress Liam up because they also have a baby boy. Like, Liam is like 3 months older than him. They will take us out, but get Liam stores. Like, Liam has been he has been well taken care of by them. Like, I'm blessed to have them. And also, God has waited and had it for me. Has been there for my son and I, financially and physically also. Yeah, so, and I'm so grateful for them too. I'm grateful to them because despite everything that happened, all my husband's friends, like, they bullied all of them, because of what my father-in-law has been saying. So a lot of people tend to believe it, but most of these people do not even know that all of these people have had a conversation with him, and they know what he wanted, and they are not in the position to give him, because every of my husband's friends have called this man. And one thing he kept on saying, if you have a 1-hour conversation with my father, behind closed doors, what he will tell you is property. His son's YouTube, like in the music catalog in general. Like, those are the things he will tell you. But if you have a public conversation, you start talking about justice. So most of the people that the public thinks, they do not care about him, and people that have had a conversation with him behind closed doors. For example, Wummi, we've had different conversation. What he was talking about is land, property, and those people, I won't even be happy seeing them come online to talk about it. So because it's like, because people will not even believe because of the narrative that he has painted on, like, I'm seeking justice for my son. Yeah.
You said in an interview that if you're allowed to say what you know, or something you quoted you saying about Mohbad's death, if you're allowed to say what you know, there will be trouble. Or something are not allowing you to say what you know. Can you clarify that?
No, that was when the attack was intense. Yes, it was intense. Like, from the public. And there are a lot of people on TikTok that they like whenever anyone supporting me, all they do is to go into their inbox to threaten that they're going to kill them. Like, it's either they support my father-in-law and Amani, or they stop supporting me. So there are so many evidences of those things.
You have a screenshots of these threatening messages.
A lot of threatening messages from people supporting me online. So I knew the attack was actually coming from, say, you know deep down that you maltreated my husband, and your conscience should judge you. That is one thing I would say to him. Like, deep down in his mind, he knows that, although, you know, from the beginning of this whole journey, it was fun. I'm not going to lie. It was fun, you know.
The journey between Mohbad and Mali.
Yes.
And the other Mali.
Yes, it was fun. But one thing about my husband doesn't talk. My husband is somebody that doesn't know how to express himself. So even when he was hurting, even when people are doing things to hurt him, he will not express himself. My husband is one person that only acts. You know, so you might be in a room with my husband for a month and he wouldn't say a word to you. You know, some people like that. So I think that is one of the reasons that is one of the issue that they had. My husband, no matter what he does to my husband, he will just be looking. You know, he was supposed to speak up, but he doesn't know how to speak up. Like he doesn't like stressing people. So the thing, you know, was piling up till it got to a point where he no longer knows how to cope with it exactly. So that is one of the things that destroyed their relationship. Do you understand? And I believe as a leader, there should be a way. You would try to make things right.
That's not normal.
Yes. But instead, I don't know. Even the last trip that he went to in London, he was attacked. The show that he had, I think around August, in that September, he was attacked
Because of this whole labor issue.
I don't know. Well, you know, those guys were on mask, so we don't even know who sent them.
So he was constantly under attack just before he died.
Like it was just few that was online, you know, because you know we cannot capture every moment. Do you understand? Like few weeks before his demise, we went to Chevron to get some drugs for him because he got back feeling very sick from his trip. Went to Chevron to get drugs. On our way coming back, some people were actually running after us with corn.
What?
Many more that I cannot even start talking about. So like even that traumatic experience is still on my, like, you don't understand, because I'm still traumatized because we literally went through all of this together and now he's no more. I'm still the one dealing with another problems and all of these things. It was just me and him. Experience only comes after problem don't happen. Do you understand? Because I was just me and him that was going through all of these things together. Yeah, so
I'm sorry you have to go through all of this.
It's fine.
In all of this, have you been in communication? You talked about your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But the larger
Immediate
family, the immediate one, beyond the mother and the
Yeah.
father, have you been in touch with them?
Yeah. Like I have a very good relationship with aside my father-in-law that has decided to stop talking to us. Not just me, even his son, my brother-in-law, and my mother-in-law. He stopped talking to almost
Because they were in contact with you because they
No, because they refused to lie.
Because they refused to lie.
Yeah, because they refused to lie. Because you know, after my brother-in-law told him that he doesn't want to lie about him preparing my husband last meal, he has stopped talking to him. My brother-in-law has called him countless times, but he will tell him to go and meet his lawyer. He doesn't want to talk to him.
He doesn't want to talk to his own child. So, right. So he doesn't want to talk to his own child because his child, according to you, didn't agree with him to lie.
To lie, yes.
But you're close to the mother, to Mohbad's mother.
Yeah.
You have a good relationship with Mohbad's sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are just so from their mom.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law. My sister-in-law is a married person, and you know, she has been silent with all of these things that's been happening because you know she's not happy and she feels like she cannot control the situation because it has really like gotten out of hand. And my mother-in-law is actually a very good person. So although like a lot of people try to come between us, I'm not gonna lie. Like so many people try to come between us.
Why?
Because you know these people, like these same people talking like working with my father-in-law. You know, they will just go to her to tell her different things about me. You know, these people even offered her money. That all they want her to do is just to go out there to call Liam a bastard. And they don't like the fact that it is coming from just my father-in-law, that people are not really taking him serious. But when it is coming
bastard. But she refused. Do you think all of this is tied to the fact that you spoke up after he died?
Only God knows, and my husband, because I really do not know why these attacks really much on me, and especially that innocent baby. You know, he doesn't deserve all of this. And this whole thing is not looking like a generational cost to me, because this same thing was done to his father. And now it's being done to that little baby. You know, and that child will grow up to see all of these things online. And you know, by the time he grow up, my father-in-law will be, maybe in his 80s. And all of these people doing these things to his grandchild would have moved on to be the best grandparents to their own grandchildren. You know, but all of these things will not end. Well, I just pray with God to forgive him. Yeah. So, like, a lot of people have been trying to buy my mother-in-law over, trying to spoil her mind towards me and my baby. Or she has proved to be a good mother. Like, a lot has happened. Like a while ago, like we had a disagreement. And I know you'll be wondering what disagreement is all about. It's about my husband rented apartments. I think around May last year, the apartment got expired. The rent got expired, and the landlord was literally calling us to come and park the properties in the house. So my brother-in-law went there to park them, just to keep it safe, because the cost was getting too much. And I think while he was parking, he forgot to remove some plates free on the wall. So a guy went into the apartment and make videos and sent it to blogs. And people were bashing me as usual, cursing me, like, oh, you packed your husband's stuff, you left this picture, because any negative thing about my husband's family, people tend to believe this is for me. They tag me exactly. So they don't even know what happened, but people were literally coming for me. And these same evil people, called my mother-in-law to tell her that, oh, I've been telling people that she was the one that packed her son's property from the house. My mother-in-law African parents. So my mother-in-law was, got angry, and she went for TikTok live to say some awful words out of annoyance. And
what did she say?
She was just like, oh, despite the fact that she stood by me and my son, why do I have to do that? So and all of that, you understand? And it was not even up to 5 minutes. The whole voice note was all over social media. Like, it was a paid post because it was so quick. Do you understand? Like, it's more like those people were monitoring everything
that she said,
that she was doing. It's like they are monitoring, and they just want the attack to be from both spirits, and they've tried to not allow her to do so many things, but she has refused. Do you understand? It was not 5 minutes. The whole voice note was all over social media, and with one weird caption like, I have promised I was going to give her my husband property, and I later sidelined her. That was the caption. And people were literally cursing me as usual. They were cursing me because they actually thought I was the one that packed my husband's stores, and they believed everything that people were saying. They was like cursing me, bashing me, and
but you guys have a concern.
I want to tell my mother-in-law, she listened. Like, she's always open for correction. So immediately after that call, I called her. I made her understand what people are trying to do to us. I made her understand why people are doing that. They just want you to say things that you're not supposed to say about your grandchild, because they want to destroy that little baby's life. And I asked her, do you want them to destroy his life? She said no. I said, if you don't want your grandchild's life to get destroyed, then you don't have to listen to whatever these people are saying, because what they are fighting for is my husband's royalty. And Liam is the only surviving child. So the competitor between Liam and my father-in-law is, do you understand? So they would do anything to take Liam out of the way. So she would go any lengths.
So she understood.
So she understood, and she has been for Liam. Like, she has really been the best grandmother to Liam.
So this fight is not with Mohbad's family. This fight is solely the father who has been on Mohbad.
Yes.
What have you been doing? For work, for yourself, since this whole thing?
That point. I used to have a clothing, an online business. Shortly after I had my baby, he died, just to settle his family first. He already got his father in trouble. them, and things got really tough. But yeah, and thank God for people that stood by me financially to set me up. So I now have an online air business. I don't know if you've heard about it. You've seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah, so I sell those with CM.
It's called CM.
It's called CM.
Right.
And that's what I've been using to sustain myself and my child.
If there's one thing you want the world to know about Mohbad, or something that you miss about Mohbad, what would it be? The most among.
Yeah, so I think one thing I would love the world to know about my husband is that my husband is a cool-headed person. My husband was a responsible husband to me. He was a responsible father to Liam, and he was also a responsible son to his parent. He was a very good person. And I'm very sure that
please,
everybody
everyone.
that's crossed his path.
They are still advertising, so I'm here. I'm watching out, and I see them. So please, men and vex. I will put as soon as they are ready.
To have experienced such
Don't do now. I'm gonna delete my comments. So I just type say.
relationship with him because that.
Some people are streaming. That's why. Let me finish. Some people are streaming.
Yes, he doesn't keep so many people around.
Sorry.
But the few ones around him are people that he loved so much. And also, I would want the world to also know that my husband is not a drug addict, as he was labeled. These are the things that he has been wanting to talk about, but he wants to reach a particular stage before going all out to debunk all the allegations that has been said to his neighbor.
So Mohbad was not a drug addict.
No, he wasn't. He's an artist. Normal artist would do their thing, but he wasn't as bad as how he was labeled.
Right.
Do you understand?
Right.
And these are the things he would have loved to correct, but now he's dead. And I feel like now that I'm here, I should speak on his behalf as his wife. He's not a drug addict as he was being labeled online, like, he's a junkie, he's this and that. No, he wasn't. So yeah, that is one thing I would love to know about. And also, I miss him, like, what I missed about him. I literally miss everything about him, So that's my best friend. And the fact that I had to, spend the rest of my life alone with being the mother and father to Liam is one thing that brings so much pain into my heart. That is the cruel reality I have to face. He would have been the best father for Liam because their relationship. We had so many plans. We even had a plan that Liam would not spend his first year birthday in Nigeria. Like he was already trying to work on it for us. So we had so many plans, but death did not make it possible. And sometimes, baby, they can be very naughty. So sometimes when Liam does something and he is the gentle parent, while me I'm the other way around. So sometimes when Liam does something, I just feel like, I have to just put on two characters at the same time. I have to scream at him and to also draw him closer to beg him. But if my husband was alive, he would have been the one begging him. So I miss him every day of my life. Like the fact that I have to sleep all alone for the past 17 months is just me and my baby doing life together, and and also it's Liam. I don't know. Liam already knows him as his father. Like anytime Liam sees his picture, he say, "Mama, this is Dada." I would say, "Yeah, this is Dada." But my mother-in-law always asks me to always make him understand that his father is dead. So every time he says, "This is," whenever he sees his picture on the screen, he says, "Oh, Mama, this is Dada." I would say, "Yes, but Dada is dead." He says, "Dada is dead." No, he doesn't even know what dead is, but my mother-in-law said I should just let him know in case he recalls, so he won't be surprised. So anytime he asks, "Where is Dada?" I'll say, "Oh, Dada is dead." But he literally calls my mother-in-law Dada now, because Adora has really been kind to him. Like he has been doing that fatherly role very well. And I pray God enlarge his coast and make him rich, because I know that if he had money, he would have done more. So that's one thing I miss about my husband. This is not just one thing. I missed him in general. Because with everything that people has been doing to me, and I just imagine him. If he was alive, this would not definitely. It would not happen definitely. through so many things, like I'm still traumatized. I don't even know how long it's taken to heal. But you know, God has reasons for everything, and as much as I know that at the end of the day we are all going to die. So that is one thing that gives me peace. Like, oh, it is not just Mohbad that will die. Every one of us are going to die. So that alone like gives me that peace of mind. Okay, at the end of the day I will die. Like every one of us will die. It is not just Mohbad, because I used to feel like God actually cheated my husband. And why does he have to die? I'm not even at the point where because it makes me cry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So after my husband did my father-in-law, you know, was calling my daddy, he was threatening him, saying different things like, oh, his son's properties that with me, including the landed property got for him, that why would he buy a 4-month-old baby land? Because you know, one thing about my husband, he was an intentional father. Since we had Liam, he's been gifting him every month. The first month, I think he got him. What I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on taking Liam to I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had the first month, I think he got him. I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on the first month, I think he got him. I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on taking Liam to I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on.
No, the word is even the fifth one, the day he was going to die. That's like the day Mohbad would die, like a premeditated time. That's the key word. That's why I kept reflecting it. It's not because of iPad.
I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on.
And you can see our reaction, see our body reaction.
I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on taking the months. I think he got him. I forgot. You know, he got him an iPad, he got him land. Even the fifth one, the day he was going to die, we had a plan on taking Liam to a night store to get him wares for his 5th-month birthday, because I was always getting. Yes, and that was the day Liam clocked 5 months. So we had a plan. I
said my husband died at night. Then she still went ahead by saying, even the interviewer exposed themselves as well, saying, the interviewer casted as well, exposing all that happened. All right, Jermaine, I learned they want to break the news today. Can they even play us the video? I beg, Joe, about what video? So this is why I did not move to this place, because they have not started anything. So they have not really started. Yeah, so anyone that wants to quickly say something can come up. Then when you want to stream, we'll stream.
Let's come back. Thank you.